Superfly.
Hey guys, it's your girl Onana, and I welcome you all to Onana Nation. So today guys, we are going to be talking about T.I. and the ridiculous comments he made on the Ladies Like Us podcast where he was hosted 2 weeks ago. So in the course of their discussion, Nadia and Nazanin asked T.I. a very simple question. They asked him, so Tip, have you had a sex talk with your daughters? And all this guy had to do was say yes or no, and then elaborate a little bit. But for some reason, he felt like he has to bring the whole world into his business and that of his daughters. So, a normal parents, when asked, have you had a sex talk with your daughters? You say something simple. Something like, yes, I think my girls are well equipped. I think my girls are prepared. I started having the sex talk with them since when they were like 14 or 16 or whatever. So, I think they are ready. And I think we have an open door policy. We talk a lot. We have a great relationship. So, if they feel like they want to say something, they can always come back to me with their questions. And mommy and daddy are always going to be there for them. That's all this guy had to tell us. But they asked him a very simple question. Have you had a sex talk with your daughters? And this is what Uncle had to tell us. So out of nowhere, Tip just blurted out saying, I take my daughter to the doctors once every year. That's after her birthday to check on her hymen. That's to check if she's a virgin. Can you guys believe that? So his comments got a lot of backlash. People were dragging him all over Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, calling him all kinds of names, saying he's a control freak. How can you do that to your baby girl? And Deja's not even a baby. She's 18 years old. So a lot of people are saying the girl is a big girl now. Let her be. Let her live her life. Blah, blah, blah. So they dragged him a lot on social media. And for this reason, he felt like he needed to clear the air. And that's why today he made an appearance on the Red Table Talk show with Jada Pinkett Smith. So at this point, I'm going to stop talking and show you guys what he said on the Red Table Talk in an attempt to clear the air.
I just want to give you a moment to say what you feel like you'd like to say.
Firstly, I came to clear up any misconceptions that have been surrounding how we interact and parent and what is appropriate and inappropriate.
Right.
I think all of this surrounds a conversation that I was having in a very joking manner when asked, how do I deal with parenting in this day and age? And so I just began to, from a place of truth, I began to embellish and exaggerate. And I think that a lot of people kind of like took it extremely literal, because if you put any of my reputation, like who I am as a father and who I've been, I honestly thought people knew me better than that.
Well, there's some of us that know you, but there's a lot of people who don't.
Alright, so as you guys have heard, that's T.I. making it out to be a joke and saying that people took it too seriously, too literally. I don't know what he meant by that, but let's continue listening.
This narrative, this false narrative, has just been sensationalized.
So there he goes again in an attempt to defend himself by calling this a false narrative and saying that the narrative has been sensationalized, and that's not true. This is not a false narrative. It came out from your own mouth. You're the one who is standing here discussing your daughter's virginity to the whole world onto their pornography websites offering her 1 million to lose her virginity. How can you do that? That's your daughter's private information. You protect her, you keep it safe.
Right.
She did have a problem with me talking about it, however.
Right.
And I understand that. And I'm incredibly apologetic to her for that.
Yeah.
To her.
Yeah.
To you, sweet baby Deja. Not to any of these other strangers or any of these weirdos who, just kind of toss lies around for fun.
Yeah.
So he finally apologized to Deja, and I think that was nice of him. So let's continue watching.
I want to learn from you. I have 3 powerful, independent, brilliant women, and I want to know, what is the purpose and place of a father in this society? Because a father like myself who wants to be as involved and as attentive as possible, we could draw the conclusion of we just donate sperm and come pay for things, and we don't really have no say-so in how things are handled.
No, that's not true.
So there he goes again trying to defend himself by saying there's dads out here whom the most they do is just donate sperm and disappear. But he's trying to be a good dad. He's in the picture. He's trying to be responsible. He's trying to be present. That's right. But tip, being present is not the same thing as monitoring your daughter's virginity or discussing it with the whole world. You can be present by giving her advice, by giving her sex education, by teaching her to be a responsible human being, You don't really have to sit here discussing all her private business, exposing her to the world. Now there's all kinds of boys, rough boys who don't even love her, sending her stupid messages just because they think she's a virgin. They're trying to have a slice of the pie, which is wrong. You're setting your daughter up right now.
And I don't think anybody has a problem with you being involved in that. I think it was more like, that's so very personal. I don't think anybody has a problem with you protecting your daughter. No. That's not the issue.
It's the hymen that they
It's
want.
the hymen part of you.
I'm being criticized because I'm willing to go above and beyond to protect mine.
Right.
And I'm talking about all of the little slimy, grimy, chubby-fingered little boys who want to just come and defile and destroy the sanctity that I have.
Oh, Tip, you are adorable. You're a great dad for sure, and we all know this. But at a certain point, you just have to train your children and hope that when they grow, they're going to stick to all the moral values you've instilled in them. Now she's 18 years old, just let her live her life and do the things she wants to do. You know, let her go through her own self-actualization, discover the world for herself, and do whatever she wants to do. You've played a good role as a dad. You've done a wonderful thing as a father. You don't have to be monitoring her virginity. Just let her be and let her do what she wants to do. I know Deja is a good girl. You just have to trust all the values you've instilled in her and hope that she can make good decisions for herself. You know, she's a good girl and she just graduated high school and she even gave a speech for her class. It was awesome. So now you just have to stay back, daddy, and watch. And when you see a mistake, you call her and correct her. And that's how it works. And on that note, we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys for watching. This is Onana Nation. Please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't get to miss any of our videos. Love you, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and be kind to one another. Goodbye.
Superfly.